perfect shabby chic flip books using scraps of lace, trims, and ribbons. Romantic with a vintage style. Pop them into a pocket of your journal. Send them out in Happy Mail. I now have an Amazon affiliate link to products that I'm using in my YouTube videos. Let's start crafting together. We'll first want to start with a file folder. Now I have coffee dyed my file folder. And when I close my file folder, it is 11 3/4 inches by 9.5 inches. Now I measured from this little spot here to the folded area here. We're going to be using this fold in our project. And with my pencil, I will be marking every 3 inches. This last mark is just shy of being 3 inches, but you can use this and make just a narrower flip book for this last section. And with my guillotine, I'll be cutting each one of my sections. Now my little section looks just like this, and I want to cut it down to 5 inches, marking each one. Now this is the base for our little flip book. Next, let's work on our papers. You can choose to add any papers that you wish. You could use book pages, you could use coffee dyed copyweight paper, you could use paper pad paper. This will be all up to you. I'm going to fold my page, which is 11 inches by 8.5 inches, and I'm going to fold it in half this way. After folding my paper, I'm going to place it on my grid, and I'm going to mark 2 3/4 inches. And then I'll need to cut this out. With each sheet, you will end up with 3 of these little folded pages, which actually is 2 pages. So you have 6 pages right here, but I'd like to have 12 pages in my flip book. So I'm going to take another page and do the exact same thing. Now with all 6 of my little folded pieces made, we will need to mark 4 3/4 inches down from the fold. You want to keep that fold. You don't want to cut that fold off. So from the fold, it's 4 3/4 inches. So all my little pieces are now the right size. And I'm going to take 3 of them and round the bottom corners. And then I'll do my other 3. And you're rounding the bottom corners of the end that is not folded. So I have my base for my flip book, and right at the top where it is folded, I'm going to place it on a grid, and then with my ruler I'm going to lay it at 1/2 inches down from the fold. Actually, I need to do it this way. So I'm going to place it on the fold, and I'm going to move my ruler to be 1/2 inch from the fold. The reason why it's on this side is because I'm using that ruler to help me make a nice crease, and it's a straight crease. And then with my bone folder, I'm going to really crease it well. So now my flip book has a bend in it, which is going to be so nice to be able to use this flip book. Let's do a little decorating on the cover of the flip book. And I'm going to round my corners. And I'm going to ink up all the folds and the edges using my distressed ink tea dye. And I have brought in some scrap pieces of lace and trim. When we begin decorating on top of our flip book, we don't want to add anything past our fold line. Now you could put above the fold line, you could put some washi tape, you could put some scrap paper that you have. you could actually put a thin little piece of lace up here if you want, but you don't want to cover the fold because you want this flip book to easily flip up. And if you add laces and glue on this fold, then it's not going to be so easy to flip up your flip book. I have this very pale pink net that I think I'm going to glue this on top first to cover the whole piece. Now I could use my fabric tack. I could use my Aleene's tacky glue. I could use my art glitter glue, or I could even use my hot glue gun. To get my net glued down, I'm going to use my Aleene's tacky glue. And I want to glue around the edge mainly, just to hold it in place. And I want to make sure I press this net really well into my glue so that the glue comes through the holes of the net. That will make sure that it gets glued down well. And then I'm just going to roughly cut it out. I'm not going to get it real close to the edge. I can go back later and trim it up a little closer. But if you let at least a little bit hang over the edge, that will give it that very shabby chic look. I have this eyelet piece of lace, and I think it would be gorgeous to pop that on. And I want to stick with my Aleene's tacky glue. I have a larger piece of lace. I think this came from a shirt that I purchased at the thrift store. You can get a lot of nice pieces of lace from shirts when you go to the thrift store. Yes, I like that. So I'm actually going to switch now, and I'm going to bring in my glue gun. And I can still open it easily. It folds nicely. Okay, I want to make sure that stays easily folded. I have a scrap piece of net that I've gathered on my machine. I have a little piece of lace here that part of it's been cut off the bottom. And you'll just want to layer these pieces on top of each other. I think I'd like to bring in this little dark piece and then maybe even put another piece of lace over the top. I better start gluing this down. So I'm going to add this darker piece right up here, but I think I might turn it this way. This is a straighter edge to go right along there. A little bit of my hot glue, and I'm going to add this little piece on top. And then I think I can move this out of the way now. Let's add this right down here at the bottom. Maybe I'd like to add this on top instead of, oh, that really pops up there, doesn't it? All right, so let's glue that up there. Just try your pieces in different locations until you find just what works, and keep layering it up. This was going to give it a little bit of height, but yet it's so soft and easily pressed down that it's not going to be too rigid. I have a few little flowers here that I've kind of removed from a piece of lace. And I'm thinking I might want to pop these on. Maybe yes, maybe no. I have a little bit of satin ribbon that I thought if we make a little bow, we might be able to use that bow. I'm going to tack my little streamer down. Now what about our flowers? All right, I think that's really sweet, but I do think we need to trim it off just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Now we need to add our pages in our little book. So we're going to make like a signature and place one page on top of the other. I really like this page from all the markings from the coffee. So I'm going to make it be my first page, my cover. All right, I think that's going to be lovely. And there's 12 pages in our flip book. I'm hoping my little Tim Holtz stapler will go through all of these pages. We're going to find out. Yes, perfect. So 3 staples across the top. We're going to be adding glue along where the staples are and down just a little bit from those staples and glue it into our flip book. Making sure you haven't gone over the fold. And then we're going to glue this 1/2 inch piece here onto our staples right here. I'm going to add my glue to this folded area here and then glue this shut. So now our flip book flips up just like this, and you can access all 12 pages so very easily. I love this style of flip book. I have these beautiful little peach flowers that I'm going to add right to the top part. You will still be able to open the flip book easily. So I'm not going to put it anywhere close to the fold. Romantic with a vintage style. Using only pieces of trim and lace, we have designed a beautiful flip book. Easy to get to the pages, easy to flip up, and this back page you can use to stick into a pocket of your junk journals. They all become quite unique and quite different because you're using scraps and possibly little pictures. Create your own special designs using your scraps. I don't know which one's my favorite. I think I love them all. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have another one of our little videos featuring that shabby chic style. I hope you join me. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.